Okay, so we're off. So this is where we live. It's called Al Nayan area, Al Mamora. I love going on a morning ride. I need to go out and I need to do some physical activity, do jogging or biking or walking. So thank God I was able to buy a bike 2 years ago. I wasn't really using my bike much, but since this pandemic and we got stuck indoors, I have a bike. Why not use it? So when everything was opened, or at least was allowed to go outdoors, I decided to take my bike and use it. Right in the distance, if you can see, there's a tall building. That building is one of the nice structures here that I look out every morning. And we are just gonna cross this intersection to get to the park. You know, one of the tips that my friend Aaron told me, you have to go in the direction of the traffic. Cars will be able to see you in their vision and they are gonna be able to avoid you. Whereas if you go in the opposite direction, what happens is that they don't know what you're gonna be doing. If you're gonna take left or right, I mean, it's dangerous. So it's safer. And Abu Dhabi is becoming a bike-friendly city. One of its goals is to become a bike-friendly city. So they're building a lot of bike lanes around the city. Not everywhere has a bike lane, but they're trying to make it as bike-friendly as possible. And that's a great move that they're doing. And there's a lot of construction, not as in Dubai, but you can see that they're really constantly upgrading and developing and improving their city, which is amazing. So it's good to be living in a city that really invests in itself, you know, and it's fairly safe here on the road. We're near the park. Today is a little warmer than yesterday when I went to bike. Yesterday was a bit cooler. I came at around 9:30 a.m. and it was fairly cool, whereas today it's still 8:50 and it's a bit warmer than yesterday. That's good. As you can see, there's construction going on here. They're fixing the road. Just past this international school. I think it's Choipat, the Lebanese school, international school here in Abu Dhabi. And here we go. We're so near the park now. Okay. And this is the part I love. Look at that beautiful wide road. We're going into this parking for the park. I love this part. Smooth ride. Asphalt road is the best road to bike on because it's smooth. Okay, so this is the park perimeter and we're just approaching it. And it's here where I'm gonna be biking. As you can see, the pavement is made out of bricks. So it's not as smooth as asphalt or the road. So I don't know how this is gonna show up on camera. It's gonna be jumpy or wobbly. But yeah, you can see there's maintenance going on. Every morning, they're doing something here. They're either fixing the grass, they're mowing the grass, doing some maintenance, trimming some excess branches, and watering, etc. The reason I like coming to this park is because it's the nearest open space that I can bike safely. And also, there's not a lot of people. I haven't really come really early, like 7:30 yet. But I don't know if it's gonna be more people at that time. Normally, when you talk about jogging or biking, their daily routine is usually earlier. And I usually come around 8 to 9 o'clock and spend an hour or two. But normally, or most of the time, I don't see anyone biking or jogging or walking. Maybe one or two, but occasionally I'll see around more than 5, but that's it. Not a lot of people. It's good. So if you're looking for a place and you live nearby, if you're looking for a place to jog, you can come here. If you're looking for a place to ride your bike, this is also a good option. There's so many things to see here. It relaxes you because of the trees, you see green, Like normally it's like this, what you're looking at now. Lots of sand and desert. But here, you see a lot of green. This is the hottest part of the ride. This has got full sun exposure, no trees or green on this side. So I try to make it fast when I come to this section. This is fairly a safe road. Not a lot of cars come here. Okay. You can smell the green. You can smell the plants, the soil. So when I'm at this side of the park and I look to the opposite side of the road, like it's all green, it's like I'm not living in a desert. Let me just take a quick detour and show you an office of the Ministry of Tolerance. It's basically a government ministry that tries to create an environment of tolerance between the different religious organizations or faiths in the UAE. Okay, we're gonna be passing. Oh, water! That's a free shower. You hear those sounds? And see those birds? There's a couple of different kinds of birds here. I've seen quail and doves and other species of birds here. And there's this nice sound of water from the water fountain here. Well, look at those plants, look at those trees. Beautiful, right? Inside this park is also really beautiful. You have a view deck, place where you can do photography there. It's, I think, 4 stories high, if I'm not mistaken. And you have nice restaurant and cafes inside as well. And where you can, you know, have your breakfast or your lunch or dinner and enjoy the park with your family or alone if you want to do some thinking. And of course, beautiful plants inside. You can walk around. There's this central structure that they have representing the thoughts of Sheikh Zayed, one of the founders of the UAE. Yeah. So we're on our last lap, last leg of the park before we do the full circle. So we've passed 3 sides already. This is the 4th side. So we've just completed the first lap. I take 3 laps every day around the park. And the distance around the park plus my going and coming to the park is a total of 11 plus kilometers. My aim is to do 10 kilometers a day during the week. This is a place called Salt. It's one of a nice restaurant. You can come here. It's not really a restaurant. It's more of like an eatery that's shakes, fries, burgers, American food basically. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, during the quarantine, most of us have been kept indoors, right? And have really struggled. And I know most of you are missing going outdoors, but a lot of us are afraid. It's okay to put some caution and wisdom when you go out, but you should not allow that fear to stop you or cripple you from, you know, moving or living life. So you really have to be careful though, because you don't want to get sick, but that shouldn't stop you from living life and keeping fit. They have these cute trucks. So lap, we've done 1 lap. This is the 2nd lap. You know, once I finish my first lap, it's very rewarding because I know I've done 1/3 of my route for the day. So it's really exciting, you know, and gets me motivated to do the 2nd lap because I know after I do my 2nd lap, I'll be doing my 3rd and last lap and I'll be done. Why do I love biking? Well, I love biking because it's freeing. Like, it's healthy, first of all. You get exercise. You're pedaling away, you know, which is good aerobic exercise for your body. You're sweating, you're burning some calories, but then at the same time, you get to explore your surrounding, you know, be outdoors, get some fresh air, which is really good for us, especially if we're always stuck indoors. It's good to get outdoors and breathe some fresh air if you can every day, because indoor air is not really healthy. You have a lot of your pollutants, indoor pollutants, which is not healthy. And that's, you know, like chemicals from your cleaning products, from your gas range if you have a gas range, or if you're using electric, the fumes from cooking and any other household cleaners that you use. It's not that healthy to inhale. That's why, like, we're using some natural cleaners, natural brand, or brands that use natural ingredients to avoid, you know, the fumes, the toxic fumes. The only thing you have to be aware of also though is when you go outdoors to parks, you know, if you have allergies to pollen and things like that, then maybe it might be sensitive for you. But yeah, it's okay. It's better to go outdoors. It's better to breathe fresh air. To be honest, here in the UAE, most of our time is spent indoors because of the heat during the summer months. And you're there at work or your business indoors most of the time. And then before you know it, it's evening and you're sleeping, and then repeat the next day. So it's really important to really get some exercise. Like, sometimes you don't realize you've been indoors for weeks without going outdoors. That's not necessarily healthy. And during the pandemic, we've been stuck indoors for even months. Just imagine that. Our lungs were not designed to be breathing indoor air for weeks or months at a time. The only time that you can't go outdoors here is if there's a sandstorm, because it's really dusty outside, and that's not good. It's not also safe. It's not clean. So that's the time when you stay indoors and you don't go outdoors. You avoid going outdoors when there's a sandstorm. But on normal days, then yeah, it's better. Okay, we're just about to complete our second lap. You see how fast that is? I was just checking a YouTube channel earlier on plants, indoor plants, the best indoor plants. And there's a lot of information about plants that are good for air purifying. So if you have space, get some indoor plants. That will help you purify the air in your home, remove VOCs, volatile organic compounds, and toxic fumes, help improve the quality of your indoor air in your home, especially if you're not able to go outdoors daily. And then that's a good alternative. And another good alternative or thing that you could do is to put an air purifier in your home. I mean, I remember during the pandemic when we were all stuck in our home, small space, together, the whole family, it was really hard. Obviously, all those individuals in the space, breathing and exhaling carbon dioxide, just imagine that. And you have small space and all your windows are sealed. So you need a purifier to help manage the air quality. We noticed the difference. So when we bought an air purifier during the pandemic, it really helped reduce the sneezing and the what you call watery eyes when you're in a dusty environment, for those who are allergic to dust or who are sensitive, because it helps clean the air out and improve the quality. We've just finished 2 laps and this is the 3rd lap. Oh, I love the breeze. But I think it's not as hot as it used to be last week, and it's less humid. So probably winter is coming. Winter is coming. Wow. This is the last leg before I head back home. After this, I'm gonna do a home workout. So it's not enough to just do your bike, especially I'm only doing like 11 kilometers a day. So it's not good to, if you want to lose. Ooh, look at that mother. Did you see that? There was a bird with, I think it's a mother bird with what we call pugo or quails in the Philippines. Pugo is Tagalog for quails, and it had 2 little chicks with it. That's another quail. I wonder where they lay their eggs and keep their eggs here. Oh, working out. I'm working out a good sweat. So I love going on rides also because I get to think about a lot of things. Whatever plans that I have for the day or the week or future, I contemplate those plans when I'm riding my bike. It's really helpful. Sometimes I pray as well when I'm on my bike. You can pray anywhere. Oh, look at those quails running. Yeah, so aside from the physical benefits of getting exercise, aerobic activity, sweating, getting some sun, you're able also to think, plan, pray, clear your mind a little bit. It helps you give some clarity in your mind and help you process your thoughts. I also listen to podcasts actually when I'm on my bike. Most of the time, instead of listening to music, I listen to podcasts. When I was younger, I just listened to music all the time. But now I'm listening to podcasts all the time. Yes, and that completes the third and last leg of my morning bike ride. Okay, so I'm about to take a rest now, take a quick break, take a photo, and then head home. I also stop by Bacala to buy water sometimes when I'm really, really thirsty, if I haven't brought any water with me. Woohoo!